there, I'm Amelia Harris and welcome to Sport Today. Coming up on the programme, Rafa Nadal reclaims the Italian Open title from the world #1, Novak Djokovic. From minnows to marvels, Montpellier thrill their fans and upset all the early season odds to claim the French League title. And with just 100 days to go until the Paralympics, we hear from the Blade Runner looking to make history in London. Hello there and welcome to Sport Today. Rafa Nadal has reclaimed the Italian Open title, winning it for a record 6th time, beating Novak Djokovic in straight sets to move back up to world #2. Well, their match was postponed from Sunday because of rain, and the Spaniard certainly made up for his early exit from Madrid last week, provoking the Serbian into producing 41 unforced errors on his way to a 7-5, 6-3 victory. Revenge for Nadal, who lost his crown to Djokovic last year, and the perfect build-up to next week's French Open. In the women's, Maria Sharapova lost the opening sets of her final to China's Li Na and was then 4-love down in the second before taking the match to a decider. The Russian was left on the back foot again in the third, but managed to force a tiebreak. And at 1-set-all and 6 games all, the rain came down, suspending play for 2 hours. Well, when they came back out for what was effectively a tie-break shootout, it was Sharapova who came out on top, winning the 26th title of her career, warming up nicely for next week's French Open. Well, this week, the International Olympic Committee must draw up a shortlist of bidders for the 2020 Olympic Games. 5 cities are vying to go through. Among them is Doha. 4 years ago, the Qatari capital was rejected because of concerns about the climate. But it's since been agreed that Doha would be able to host the Games during the cooler month of October, as James Pearce now reports.
It's one of the world's largest building sites. Wherever you look in Doha, construction work seems to be taking place. There's no shortage of space. It's hard to imagine just how much this city will change over the next decade. There's already the 2022 World Cup to plan for, a bid that attracted allegations, never proven, of corruption. Those bidding for the Olympics are adamant that their well-funded campaign will play clean.
We in Qatar always play by the rules, and it's been in many bids that we already enter. We have been through the bid of the World Championship for handball, football, and also in other bids. Sport is in our DNA. We believe in sport. We believe investing in sport is the best means to invest in any country.
Few children anywhere in the world have better opportunities to play sport than those in Doha. The facilities are second to none. In a country where money is no object, only the best will do. Dennis Hatcher's challenge is to provide Qatar with sporting champions worthy of the venues in which they train. He's quick to knock critics of the country's ambitions to host more major events.
People can be cynical about it, but let's wait until they win the events and put the events on, then come back with the cynicism, because I personally believe that they will demonstrate that they can do it, and do it in facility-wise, management-wise, and also, more importantly, sporting-wise, where they can actually have athletes and players matching it with the best in the world.
Football World Cup secured, bringing the Olympics and their rings to Doha is Qatar's next big challenge. But the reality is, whether the bid for 2020 wins or loses, the sporting landscape of this country is already destined to change forever. There is, though, one big issue. At the moment, the faces of those you see playing sport are nearly all male. Qatar has never taken a female competitor to an Olympics. Those running the 2020 bid are keen to show that change is in the air. A woman's been put in charge, and for the first time, the country will take women to the London Games.
It's very important for us, and what we are seeing now, that we have 2 women competing, is a result of a great work on the ground. We have developed different programs, and still it's just at the beginning. We believe that in the coming few years we're going to see hopefully more women participating, not just from Qatar, even from the region.
This was a torch when Doha hosted the 2006 Asian Games. It's now a hotel. In Qatar, little is understated. Now the ambitions for the hosting of major events are equally grand. James Pearce, BBC News, Doha.
Now, it's just 100 days until the start of the Paralympic Games. More than 4,000 athletes from 165 countries are expected to compete in London, watched by 4 billion people worldwide. The gold medal-winning sprinter Oscar Pistorius is one of the biggest attractions at the London Games. South Africa, known as Blade Runner, is a double amputee and runs on carbon fibre legs. He's the reigning 100, 200 and 400-metre Paralympic champion and is convinced London will be a success.
We run all across the world, and I see many countries and how their perception of disability has evolved over the last couple of years. The UK is by far the most liberal and educated when it comes to disabilities. And I think this Olympic and Paralympics Games is going to be far more accessible. This Paralympic Games is going to show the world that it's really not about the disability but the abilities that exist in the athletes. And that, we shouldn't focus on just the sport being inspirational, but it's hardcore sport, it's challenging, it's full of triumph, it's disappointments, it's just like any mainstream sport that we follow.
To football now.